So what I'm going to do is carve out this area here to be, oh, I don't know, a little village, if you will, just a place to have maybe some kind of objects set off to the side here. So I'm just going to clear off a little area for now, and I'm going to start by right-clicking and choosing 3D object cube. And as you can see, my cube is underground here, so I need to pull it up so that it's above ground. And note its position on the z-axis. I'm sorry, the y-axis. Note its position on the y-axis. So 1444, I guess, would be kind of where it's at. So just make note. All right, and well, we need to make it look like a wall because we're going to build here. So what we're going to build here is a, kind of a little shack, if you will, from scratch. So you're going to start with a cube and make it flat. So we're going to, squish it down, pull it out this way, make it taller. And notice when you make it taller, it does go into the ground. So you have to remind yourself to pull it up. Otherwise, you're going to have something that's a little awkward later on when you're moving it around. And I said 14.7, I think, was the Y on that, so let's just type that in there. So we know that it's always going to be 14.7. So here we go. We got a wall. It may be too tall now, I don't know, we'll find out. And then you're going to copy-paste your wall. So you have two walls, and paste again. So you have three walls. This time you're going to rotate this one at a 90, I believe, here. Yep. And so now you have a 90 degrees. Let's get over there so we can grab that handle. Grab this one over here. And try to close it up. Let's see, that's right about on it. And this one here, maybe we move it out here. This one, move it out here as well. And just to check, let's go down to Edit, Snap Settings, and keep it at 1 in case, so everything's uniform. And notice how quickly this is becoming a mess because we have 3 cubes now. They're named funny. We can rename these if you like, but first what we want to do is go create object and an empty. And we'll rename this and we'll call this walls. And then we can drag everything into that empty game object so that we can stay organized. So now our walls are together. All right, we're going to go ahead and give it a brick texture. So I'm going to find a brick texture that I like. Save image as. Well, let's keep it in assets for now. Let's make sure we call it brick. And hit OK. Notice I'm in the assets folder because when I go back, it pops up automatically. So I don't need to do import asset apparently. So now I can drag this onto my walls. I've done quite a bit of work here, so why don't we pause and save. And we definitely want to save our project. And then file, save your scene. So save, which actually saves the scene. So save saves the scene, save project saves the project. Do both each time. Next we're going to do is we're going to select this wall here. Control C, Control V, and we're going to move it forward. But this time what we're going to do is we're going to make it into a door. So we're going to scale down one side of it, and then we're going to move it over using the move tool. Let's scale this down a little bit more and bring it over here like so. Instead of copy, we can do Control D for duplicate and drag that over. Same idea. And probably want to scale that some more. Scale this one some more. And move it over like so. So now we want to do is we want to have you want to have some stone on the bottom here. So inside of our walls area here, or this now object, we're going to add another game object, so 3D. This time let's use a plane. Pull it up. Let's pull it up. There's way over here. Alright. Let's bring it over closer. So what we're going to do is we're going to scale it down to fit this room. So you're going to use the scale tool again. Bring it down that way. I'll bring it out maybe this way. Looking over here. There. Alright. Now, that is not in our main object here. I'm going to call this, I'm actually going to rename this. I'm going to call this hut. Alright, so the whole thing is now one object. If you click on hut, the whole thing goes up and down. Alright, so I want to change this to, instead of a brick, I want to get a stone texture. So I found a texture that I like, so I'm going to save this image. And I'll put it right here in my assets folder. I'll call this one stone. Notice it appeared nicely, so I should be able to drag that right in there. And now I have a stone base. Now we need to put the top on it. In order to do that, I would recommend duplicating this wall here and then rotating it. Let's see, that would be the X, I think, 90. And we're going to move that over here. I'm going to push it down. And obviously we're going to scale that out. Scale it out again. Alright. Curious, if you wanted to modify your brick a little bit, you can click on the materials here and change the coloring of it. So if you wanted a deeper brick color, you can kind of modify that at any point. So think about how you want to do that. So now you can move your character over closer to your building here and go ahead and walk around inside and see what it looks like. Not too bad. Now let's make another one of these. You're going to click on the entire hut here, on Control D for duplicate, and drag it over. Maybe drag it over here, rotate it around, like so. I'm going to try this one here. I'm going to save it. Stone 2. Go back to my materials. I see where my assets here. Sorry. Stone 2. And now let's see if we can drag it onto here. It's a little large. We can fix that, I believe. If we go to materials, we can change the size of our stone by coming over here to materials and changing the tiling here to say 2 by 2, and it kind of gives it a little bit more different sizing for this wall. I'm going to try 2.5. 2.5. I'll try something like that. And of course I can drag it onto all of these surfaces so it's different.